Hey guys, it's Dadkonnected here. I'm giving Kaleb Connected a break, and today I'm going to go over some of my art tools. Some of you may know that I do a lot of artwork. If you followed my Instagram page or even my Facebook page or even my Wix site that has some of my artwork on it. Today I'm just going to go over some of the tools that I use. Some may be familiar to you, some you may have never heard of, some of you may have used before. So without further ado, here's what I have. So this is my basic setup for when I am getting ready to do art, not including my painting. When I'm painting, I'm typically using a acrylic, watercolor, or even oil painting, just depending on if I'm doing something for my personal collection, a commission, or if I'm doing something that I'm teaching a class. I may use a different type of paint that's a little bit more user friendly. But to begin, these are just some of the paint brushes that I have here. These are my Micron art brushes here. I recently picked these up from Michaels. You can get a lot of these also from Michaels or Dick Blick's. I'm from New Orleans originally, so there's a David's art supply out there. It's really good. Big bright yellow store. Of course, everyone's favorites, Sharpies in different colors. You can get metallics, solid blacks, always good. Fine points, always want to make sure you get a fine point. I may have picked these up from Hobby Lobby or Michaels. Artist Loft, definitely a brand that you will find at Michaels. So I use these. These are watercolor. They have a tip here, and if you go to the other side, you'll see there's a small little nib there for you to do artwork on. I picked up these little jelly roll pens here. They're really good for doing little white highlights on my drawings and illustrations. And I'll cover these up so you kind of can see some of the tips on some of these here. Of course, you have your paint pens, metallics, and different colors that I also use. Here's a Prismacolor, one of my favorites here. It does have a fine point on it as well. Those are great little. I've kind of gotten more used to doing brush markers, which is now my favorite. This is a new brand here. This is kind of like a Copic alternative. It's an Artist Loft, and it does have a little brush tip here on it, as you can see. Very similar to the Copic. So here's one of my Copics. I'll take out one of those and show you the difference, or try to show you. The nib is a little bit shorter, more aerodynamically, more of a slope on it. It's a little bit more of a point. This one's a little bit shorter, so it has a shorter, sharp point to it. But as you can see, I mean, they're pretty close. And I think the quality of them are not bad, especially if you're starting out and you may not want to spend as much money on the Copics. These can run you up to about $8 without a coupon. I got these 10 for the entire skin tone set, and that is 6 brushes for 10 bucks. Can't beat that. I mean, close to one brush is around that price. This is another Artist Loft. Here's another Artist Loft piece I brought. It's a 12-piece set that has ranging colors here. Colors aren't really the color scheme, it doesn't really make much sense, and I'm not sure if the numbers mean anything on these or anything. I would have to actually check to see, but I use these every now and then. This one has a very fine nib, and it also has a chisel broad tip. So a lot of times when I'm doing different sketching and drawings, and I may want to use those, I'll blend those in as well. Now I'll carry this over to this side here, and you can see my Micron pen here. This is one of my new ones here that I just got. So I love these tips. Probably going to be the brushes that I tend to use more often. I use a lot of these, the liners, when I'm actually doing my drawings by pencil and I get ready to ink them. I'll usually go over with a Micron pen first, either one of these or one of the fine tip pens. Of course, you have the Sharpies here. Now, for my drawings, what I normally use for my drawings, a lot of times I'll grab a pack of Bics. It's ultra precision, but it's precise, sharp, and clean lines. But any pencil is fine with me. I'll use a regular lead number 2 pencil, wooden pencil, or even one of these mechanical pencils. I've even picked up one of these little graphites, which I believe has a .3 lead on the inside that I have here as well. Very delicate, so take your time putting these in and loading them. I've broken a number of pieces of lead. Also Prismacolor. It's one of my favorite brands. I have their pencils, their color pencils. So these are very good to use. And I'll just use a sharpener, hand sharpener. I did recently pick up one of these from a local college in Texas, and it has a sharpener where it keeps the shavings inside, right? And a little eraser on the side that kind of helps. I do use a number of erasers to erase and keep my area clean. I also picked up this little duster. It's like a little lint, and it kind of helps sweep away pencil shavings. So that's just a little something extra that I like to use when I'm doing drawings. Also, this is I use a little GameStop bag here, and I keep my charcoal in here because it's pretty messy. So whenever you decide to do, or if you ever decide to use charcoal, make sure you keep wet ones nearby because your hands are going to get pretty dirty. So I always keep these nearby whenever I'm doing charcoal. Those stay in my set there. One of the last thing I want to show you guys is my Prismacolor pack. This is one of my older packs here. It was actually purchased for me by my best friend, which was great. It was a pretty expensive set, so I've had them for a while, trying to take care of them. The lid can be very delicate, or it can be break very easily. So as you can see, I've gone through a number of these. You want to hand sharpen these as well, and every now and then one's going to get pretty low. Let's see if I can find one that has gotten pretty small. I'll have to check and see if there's one that, I'll just use this one here as an example. This is like a rouge, or here's a pinkish red color right there, Prismacolor. And what I'll do is, with these, you can purchase one of these as well from your local art store, and what it does is it affixes right into there. And so in case your pencil gets pretty short, you can add this little extender on here, and that'll allow you, give your pencil a little bit more life. So give you just a little bit more life. These are my Prismacolor cool gray markers that I use. These also have a chisel and a nib, little small nib right there that you can get in there. And I'll show you the other side. And these do a great job. Oh, that was kind of out. But these are pretty good. So Prismacolor, great pencils, great markers, great colored pencils. They can be pretty expensive. So if you're not getting them, if you don't save up to pick up these, make sure you use a coupon at one of the local stores, or try to find them online. Some of these you can find also at Amazon. I even saw Walmart now carrying some of the smaller Prismacolor packs. So they're becoming more and more popular and become a little bit more easier and accessible for art lovers. So there you have it. Here's some of my artwork. I'll put the Prismacolors aside. One more quick look at the art set here that I use. My weapons of mass instruction and illustration. So if you have any questions about any of the art tools that I use, or if you would like to see more of my artwork, let me know. Leave a comment below. Don't forget to like Kaleb Connected's page and subscribe to his page as well. We're really enjoying seeing more and more people learn about this young kid, and we hope you enjoyed the videos, and we'll see you on the next show. Thanks.